Hello everybody, how are we doing? This game, I think, is maybe a little loud. It might be. I'm going to turn it down a teeny tiny bit, bear with me. And then I will appear. There we go, I think that's reasonable. Okay, bear with me, bear with me. I will appear in just a second. Hello, how's everybody doing? My camera looks incorrect. I think I am on the wrong focus. Big Yellow is the cutest mofo around. That is a very nice thing of you to say. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very yellow today, actually. And also, my hair is a fucking disaster. I forgot to put conditioner in. So, I mistake. Apologies. Apollo cheese, even. Because we're playing the Apollo game! Fuck yeah. Guys, we all like Apollo Justice around here, don't we? We love Apollo Justice. Right? Wow, my eyeliner is awful. My eyeliner is the worst it's ever been. I think. This is my worst eyeliner attempt by a landslide. It looks like it's trying to escape my face. Whatever. If I look at you, like, from this angle, it's fine. Great entertaining they are. You're so right. So, you might be wondering, I need to establish this right off the bat. You might be like, Big Yellow, why the fuck are you streaming Ace Attorney 4? You're not even done The Great Ace Attorney. Bear with me. There are reasons for this. There are reasons for this. Okay. First of all, out of the base 6 games, Ace Attorney 1 through 6, okay? Ace Attorney 4 is my favorite. Ace Attorney 4 is my favorite. Unless Ace Attorney 6 does something bananas. Okay? I'm currently on Turnabout Revolution, so that might happen. But here's the thing. Ace Attorney 4 is my favorite out of 1 to 6. But if you ask me why, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I genuinely do not know why. So it is the one that I want to replay the most. To kind of be like, okay, why game good? Why does game good? Why game my brain good? You know, right? You get me. And another reason, the fucking trilogy came out yesterday. Whoa! What about that? The Apollo Just Is trilogy? Yay! There's another reason I wanted to do this. Yeah, okay. Another reason I wanted to do this is because after today, I'm not going to be able to stream for a bit. Because I leave for Bristol tomorrow to go to Crescendo 2. And then when I get back from that, there's like 2 days. Wonder HS, thank you for the sub. That's very cool. After that, there's 2 days where I just chill for a bit, and then I gotta leave for Copenhagen for Valhalla 4. There's a lot of stuff happening! A lot of stuff! So I figured this would just be a nice way to go out, right? We just do just the first case of Apollo Justice. And that's just like a nice thing to go out on. And I will finish the rest of the game, but we'll beat the Great Ace Attorney before we finish the rest of this game, right? Which I think is fine, because the first case of this game fucks. No, yeah, the first case of this game is like a top 5 case in the entire series for me. It's... Oh, yeah, top 5. Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's, by a mile, the best first case. More like Bust Yellow. Busy Yellow. Also, the Worm Spirit was a banger. I wish I was Bust Yellow, but I'm not. You know how it is. Anyways. Whoa! Apollo Just Is trilogy! There it is! And, okay, guys, before we get into the dang video game, I need to show you some shit. I was dicking about in the museum, right? I'm not going to show you everything here. There's something here that I need to show you. Okay. Where is it now? I need to be really careful how I go about this, because I don't want to spoil anybody. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, you can't look at him. I'm in the way. Can we get one where, like, I'm not in the way? God fucking damn it. I am in the way, aren't I? Hang on a minute. Can I just, like... This is the wrong one. There we go. Let's just put this here for a minute. I was doing so much, like... Hang on a minute. First streamer, I'm glad to be here. Ooh. Best of luck. You got this. I finished all the Hannah stages in Lunis and it's such a good time. I gotta get on that for sure. Okay. Look at him. He's so talented. He's so talented. This is my favorite game in the series. I agree. I think it... Okay, well, I say my favorite game in the series. That's not entirely true. My favorite game in the series is Investigations 2. My favorite game in the series is Investigations 2. But out of 1 to 6, I think this one's my favorite. Sorry, I shouldn't be looking at this, because there's stuff here that might spoil you. Oh, wait, yeah. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about in this, okay? Whatchamacallit? I didn't look at any of the... I did have, like, a sneaky look at the art before this stream, right? I did have a sneaky little look at the art before the stream, okay? And I didn't look at any of the Spirit of Justice stuff because, like, I'm on that game still. So I don't want to, like, spoil anything. But I had a sneaky look at the Dual Destinies one. Dude, the concept art for Dual Destinies is so fucking good. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's something else. It's genuinely incredible. I can't really get into it because there's some spoilers in there. And, like, I don't want to, like... Oh, this game's good. I like Spirit of Justice. Spirit of Justice is, like... I've come to a conclusion. Please tell me if you think I'm silly for this. Spirit of Justice. Okay, Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice is Ace Attorney Justice for All 2. Right? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I think Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice is Ace Attorney Justice for All 2. I think it's like the exact same vibes. That's not true. It's not the exact same vibes, but it's like, oh fuck, I better shut my damn mouth. This is so good. PVK, yeah. Damn. We'll see how all that works out. This cutscene's so fucking good. Showdown time. Oh, my voice is going. Eek. Oh god, the intro is so good. I realize why these pre-trial things are in this style. I think I'm realizing why as well. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. The artwork is a little fucked up. That looks a bit rough around the edges. Actually, no. It's alright. Panicked. Palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. I've missed... God, the lobby theme in AA4 is so fucking good. Good morning. Ah! Look at him! Oh, he's so problematic. I love him. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tired. Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine. That screeching noise. Is that your voice? Rude. I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? Ooh, I'm fine. I got up at 5 AM to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. Cough. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. Man! He's so fun. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. Me playing AA5! This is me when I play AA5! Hello, Big Yellow from the YouTube channel, Big Yellow. Hello. Apollo says I'm fine so fucking much in AA5. They, like, made it such a big thing for him, and I think it was kind of silly. Right? Sorry if now isn't the time to bring it up, but I thought I'd say something now. Not going to affect your or my ability to enjoy Ace Space Phoenix Penix. That's very fair. Well, I wish you the best of luck regardless. I could be so annoying this stream, but I will hold back. People might take you the wrong way. Gulp. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. German jump scare. Is he oh yeah, he probably is, isn't he? Because he's like... Clavier. Yeah, when I played AA5, I was 14. It was the funniest shit I had ever seen. You know what's weird, actually? This is, like, weird for me. I need to, like, think about this. With AA5, like, I will say AA5 is, like, my least favorite Ace Attorney. I think it's just below Investigations 1. But when I was looking at the concept art, right? The concept art for Ace Attorney 5, okay? Like, in the trilogy. I was getting nostalgic. Right? Which is... I beat it, like, a month ago. Not even. But I was getting nostalgic for AA5. And it's like... How did that happen? Right? I don't know. Not that I'm worried or anything. He is so... Ryan. He is so... Oh, wow. Oh my god, you're right. I'm getting silly. I'm sorry. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. You're right, actually, yeah. The trilogy came out on 3DS, like, the year... Am I right in saying, like, the Dual Destinies was 2013, and then the trilogy was 2014, right? I believe it was. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Look at him. Look at this disgusting man. What the hell? Man, it's so weird to see this Phoenix again. Good, morning. Morning. It's all up to you today. Oh no, I enjoy... Don't get me wrong, I enjoy AA5 a lot. AA5 is, like, yeah, AA5 is probably my least favorite Ace Attorney. But it's, like... That's still, like, an 8 out of 10, right? First trial, nervous, making him cardiac arrest. Oh, he's great. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help? So you're fine. I'm fine. That HD beard shadow hits different, truly. I enjoyed AA5 more than I did 6, TBH. We'll see how 6 goes. I'm, like, I finished the first day of Turnabout Revolution. But I've still got, like, you know, the second day. And then there's Turnabout Time Traveler, which I haven't heard great things about, but we'll see. AA6 is really weird. AA6 is kind of like... The lows in AA6 are kind of... are pretty low, right? Did you do Trial and Revolution? Yeah, Trial 1. So I did the whole first day of Turnabout Revolution. So the first investigation and the first trial, I adored both. Adored both. There's like 1 or 2 things I'm like... I don't like that. I don't like that. But I loved it. Right? No biggie. Mr. Fine, is it? I love Simon too, don't get me wrong. So I get distracted. We're meant to talk about this damn game. I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. Yeah, no, I should have said that as well. The lows are low, but the highs are high. Right? 6-1 is my least favorite case in the series. 6-4 is, like, not amazing. But, like, 6-3 is, like, holy fuck. 6-3 is top 10. It's so good. It's so good. Are you sure you're okay with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend. So why? You'll see. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, I'm getting chills. It's not cold and I'm getting chill. I need to put my cardigan on. I'm sorry. I'm actually getting chills playing this game. Ah, cold yellow, I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting chilly. Oh my god. The high res is so much nicer in this. The high res is great. Uh Great Ace Attorney 2, 3 is peak. Man, it's crazy. Some of the later games really like fight back. Um Are you going to play all of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney someday? Yes. Let me just like describe real quick. So here's the deal. Um I'm only going to beat the first case today. Okay? And then we'll come back to the rest of this game once I finish the Great Ace Attorney. So we'll do the rest of this game between the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2, if that works. If that's cool. But yeah, it's kind of wild how third case syndrome just goes like out the window. Honestly, I think once you get into the Apollo Justice trilogy, I think third case syndrome sort of goes out the window a bit, right? Because I love Turnabout Serenade. I know some people don't. I love Turnabout Serenade. And then Turnabout Academy, I didn't really gel with it, but I understand why some people love it, right? And I will fully admit there's parts of Turnabout Academy that are excellent. The Right of Turnabout is incredible. Oh, I just remembered Investigations 3. Alright, fuck. Fuck. Damn it. There goes my argument. Hey, look, the Inherited Turnabout's really good, though. That one's, like, godlike. TGAA is canon, but I don't think it ties into anything that happens in the Oct trilogy. I don't know. First trial, here comes justice. Yippee! Did I say Investigations 3? Sorry, I meant the third case of Investigations. The third case of Investigations. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. We get to see HD Judge. Ah! The judge looks so fucking good in AA4. The judge looks so good in AA4. He's great. The court is now in session. AA4 maybe has my favorite judge. What's with this guy? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. I love him. 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 Mind going like, wow, this looks good in HD. Ah, I'm losing it. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Oh, yeah. He's so perfect. You know what I've really... I have a... Okay. I had a realization, right? I've had a realization. Apollo... I've been trying to, like, pinpoint why Apollo Justice's peak character design for a while, and I finally figured it out, okay? In case you didn't know... Apollo Justice... Right? Apollo Justice is 5'0". He's 5'0". 5'4" if you count the hair. Okay. So, and also if you saw that little bit of art of him that I showed earlier, you'll notice that most of his height comes from the legs. He's very leggy, right? He's got that Bayonetta build. Okay? He's got that Bayonetta build. And I finally pieced together why he is, like, peak to character design. Okay? The exposed forehead and being 5'0", this man is fully designed. He is optimized for forehead kisses. Look at him. He's optimized for forehead kisses. He's so perfect. Hug him, cherish him forever. Exactly. Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always see to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Optimized to receive radio, oh my god. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have cords of steel? Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. Look at this guy. The judge is bald. Therefore, is he also optimized for forehead kisses? Oh, good point. I don't know. We don't know how... Do we know how tall the judge is? Okay, oh my god. Sorry. Apollo gives me the greenhorn. No. Oh my god. Okay, there another thing. Sorry, I'm gushing so much. We're making no progress. There is key art. Like, there's art in this game's, like, gallery, right? There's art in this game's gallery, okay? Hi, I was like, hello. There's full body art of the judge. I don't know where it's from. It's so strange. It's so strange that there's full body art of the judge. He's a... I don't want to, like, go get it because I would have to close the game. He's a rectangle. He's a fucking rectangle. The judge is so fucking rectangular, it's unbelievable. It's unreal. Look at him. This truly is an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. The judge has legs. I'm afraid so. You get to see... I hate to say this. You get to see him walk in investigations. God, playing investigations and having to see the judge from, like, a side profile and, like, walking... That took me out. That actually, like, took me out. Honestly. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Jesus, the judge saying wow, I've never really... This never really hit me before. But the judge saying this so casually is, like, kind of wild. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? Fuck. Papa. Why does your hat say that, man? That's so silly. These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. You're full of shit. You're so full of shit. A shame they retconned him in A5. I mean, did they really retcon him? They just kind of... I wasn't sure if they retconned him. It just felt like they... I would have to sit down and think about it. Like, this is the thing. Like, nothing... From, at least, if something happened in AA5 that, like, contradicted what happens in AA4, I admittedly didn't notice it. But it might happen. Actually, that's another thing. Sorry that I keep interrupting myself and going on, like, trains of thought. I'm very curious if there are any writing changes. They did, yeah, I do agree that I think it probably would have been stronger if they just kept him retired. Maybe. Potentially. But at the same time, though, if he didn't come back, we wouldn't have Turnabout Reclaimed. So, like... You know, I fucking love Turnabout Reclaimed. I really, really do. Man. But another thing I'm curious about, I am curious if there's any writing changes between the original 3 games and then the trilogy. Because, like, how the original trilogy, like, the original release of the trilogy on 3DS and then the other console versions, there's a few added lines to make, like, Rise from the Ashes make more sense, I think. Yeah, Asinine Attorney is gone. I was wondering what's up with that. I haven't touched him. But I'll see what maybe they just want to pretend that didn't happen. How could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. The red guy is Apollo Justice, and he's epic. If the prosecution would be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Payne. This fucking guy. Metro Man from Megamind after his death. I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I see you leave in chains. This fucking guy. Look how far that smile goes up. That's disgusting. Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Ahem. They're really funny gag tastes. Asinine Attorney, I think, are little, like, half-hour-long little DLC cases in AA6. I don't know anything about them. This is a weird-ass headline, too, yeah. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack! Killed him cold. That's a bit rude, actually. That's a bit too much. You see, this guy is not built for forehead kisses, because he's got his little doohickey in the way. Unbelievable. Is he... Wait, is he constant... I just looked at his, like, hair, his, like, forehead wrinkle. Is he constantly doing the eyebrow raise? Does he have, like, a constant... It looks like he's doing the eyebrow... I don't know. A customer at the restaurant, you say. And the defendant, you say he was the pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright, a pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. Oh, they can't put alcohol in the baby game. They can't put alcohol in the baby game. I'll have to try those. The court accepts the deadly bottle as ever... Why did he say that? Why did he say deadly bottle? That's so silly. Oh, we have a crime scene photo. I didn't even know we had that. Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filled in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently. The court record. Right. I've heard of that. Use the E to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. You're so nice, you are. How long did I yearn for one of these? Just putting it on makes me feel ready. Okay. The sub-basement at the Borscht Bowl Club. Okay. And there's the deadly bottle. We love a good deadly bottle. Shame we never got Hobo right as an old skin for Phoenix in MVC. Yeah, I've seen like a mod for it. I've seen a mod for it. Sound like it's time for some hands-on action. Sorry, I can't even read. I'm losing my mind. So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. Deadly Bottle was my nickname in college. That's a good-ass name. But who was this, Shady Smith fellow? We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor. A traveler? According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. And he had some sort of connection with the defendant. That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they met first at the... Sorry, I thought I saw a spider out the corner of my eye, and I was like, ah! But I did not. I was lying. Sorry. If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean, this fucking guy. Could you move the chat? I cannot see the game box. I can, I'm sorry. I don't know where I would move it to. I'm so sorry. What can I do about that? At least At least we're only covering a teeny tiny bit of it. We're only covering a teeny tiny bit of it. Put us in Payne's classes. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime. Wait a second, isn't poker gambling? Uh-oh. That's a crime in and of itself. Is it though? Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. I don't know what that means. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Oh yeah, the 3DS games, oh yeah, you're right, it is illegal in Japan, isn't it? It's illegal. And whatever the fuck this is. I just know Christoph's seething right now. Unreal. Come again. The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. No! No! Rude. That will be our first order of business here then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held at the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it, my first trial. Here goes nothing. Wow, we haven't looked at Apollo in a while. Holy moly. Yeah, Ace Attorney happens in... okay, bear with me. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Ace Attorney takes place in America, but it's an alternate version of America where, like, some goofy-ass law that, like, didn't let people in the country wasn't passed. So, like, Japanese people moved to America and settled there and bought their, like, heritage. And, like, the culture, like, became more of a thing. I think. Japanifornia. There you go. Japanifornia. You get it. America, Japan land. Yeah, you get it. You all get it. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. Ooh, okay. A pianist who can't play piano? Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Rude. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? What? Fuck, Apollo. Apollo, please. Apollo, I swear to God. Calm down. It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? No, I love this. This is such a good bit that they do. No, thank you. I'm smart. Apollo, you're sweating. Von Karma's shoulder. Oh my fucking god. And Francisca's shoulder. They should shoot someone else in the shoulder. They'll do it eventually. I'm telling you. Okay. Okay, prediction. Prediction! Ace Attorney 7. Ace Attorney 7, okay? Ace Attorney 7, Francisca is the main prosecutor again, and her girlfriend gets shot in the left shoulder. Imagine that. There you go. That's my theory. I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present. Huge. Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Thank you, fucked up dude. Inconsistencies? Lies? Phoenix Wright? Uh-oh. As if Phoenix Wright would never lie. That's not true. That is incorrect. That is not true. I think he lies in AA 2 and 3. And 1, I think. No, I think he lies in all 3 games, actually. No, yeah, he does kind of lie in all 3. Does he lie in AA 1? Not, he does and he doesn't lie in AA 1. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Okay. I'm gonna have to be annoying as fuck real quick. I won't lie. Before this stream started, I got, like, way too excited, and I drank a ton of water, and now I need to pee, so... We're only 30 minutes in, and I gotta sort that out. Where is Small Yellow? She's on the floor, actually. She's not normally on the floor. Apologies. So I will, like, leave you with the creature, and I will be, like, 1 second. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, 3-3. That's lying. 1-5, I think, has some lying. Is there a case in AA 2-4, I think? Yeah, 2-4. So, like, just bear with me. Wah. Wah. Let's go. Oh my god. I just sat down. I just sat down and I see the goofy ass copy pasta. What's going on? Small Yellow stole my soul and my savings while you were gone. That's uncalled for. If it was just one, I could get behind it. You know? If it was just one, I could get behind it. But stealing both, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. That's uncalled for. They turned him into a Minecraft bee. Yeah, one day I'm just actually going to turn into a Minecraft bee. And you won't even know. You know what? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Can you imagine? Why am I think I'm... Okay, bear with me. I'm actually... too yellow now. I think I'm actually too yellow. Bear with me. Let's see. Oh, what? Wait, why do I look okay without lighting? What? Huh? Why do I look perfectly fine without any lighting at all? What? Usually I just look like a disgusting, like, swamp creature when I don't have the ring light on. Alright. Sure. Fine. Damn, that's hopefully I can get away with leaving that off. That's like my only source of vitamin D. God. I can't believe I got prescribed tablets for a vitamin D deficiency. That's like the most embarrassing thing you can get. That's like the most embarrassing way of saying you don't go outside enough. Unbelievable. Technically, this is a glow down. This is a glow down. I had my phone full blast in public. Everyone heard your wah. Well, maybe they love Apollo Justice. Let's see. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. I don't remember these little lines in the penalty bar. That is new, I believe. Drink more milk. No, milk is different. Milk is calcium. You need vitamin D to absorb calcium. AA7 Francisca is still hot and gay and you have to defend her girlfriend. Yes, we have to defend... Fuck. Adrian Andrews again. Huge. I am a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly pay at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over the poker table. The room where we play and the competition there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. I think he's full of shit on this. I only see 1 deck. I think I will... Okay, bear with me. You will have to forgive me. I don't actually remember what's wrong. I don't actually remember where the lie is. 2 decks of cards? A simple measure to prevent cheating. Celeste Andrews' friend in the anime is her sister? I don't like that. That's a bad change. That is not a good change. I don't like that. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. 1 deck of cards was red, and the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Heh, yes, a game of hands. I'm pressing that. You claim you weren't gambling. That's right, it was simply a game. You didn't bet any money, not even a little? The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Oh, well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. The stakes, your fate. Uncalled for! What the hell? Don't do that! That's your friend! Unreal. I actually forget what you're supposed to present on, but I'll have a look at... I think I'll have a look around in a minute. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? He's so sweaty and fucked up, it's unbelievable. This face is incredible. All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know? Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, oh, god fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. God damn it, dude. Sorry, I already don't like how I look. I'm turning this back on, and I'm just gonna turn the brightness to, like, the minimum. Ugh. Unfucking believable. I can practically picture it now. Henchman. Heshman. Isn't this just a press all? It might be. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout for someone else. The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. Yeah, maybe it is a press all. I mean, he is saying some interesting shit, and I like listening to him talk. Chat is ruined. Chat is ruined. Chat, I've sung your praises in the past. I've told people, yeah, my chat is especially good. I have one of the best chats in the business. They're all very well behaved and they engage in no shenanigans and they're very polite and well mannered. What is this? There's no need for this. I play sometimes when customers demand it, so I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large. This guy's fucked up. Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? Kill Rand... Oh, fuck. Okay. This is a very important kill Randy. You just removed Randy's last crystal. He's crystalless. We've done it. We've killed him. It's over. It's over. It's over. He's done. Wait, oh fuck. Wait. Okay. Now we have 2 kill Randys. Wait. Things are getting bad. Things are getting bad. Things are getting bad, let me tell you. That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Bad. Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. He goes to Ultra Hell. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston. What? Winston from Overwatch? Excuse me for dropping in on the prosecution. I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. Yeah, pain looks bizarre in this game, and I've never lost once. Oh, fuck. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. You've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Hi there, hello. Is that even possible? Yes. This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. This pain is different to the other. Wait, is it? Is it actually? Whoa! Hold on. No? That's Winston Pain. That's not the other one. Gotta get ready to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight. Have a good stream. Best of luck. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In forever. I used to be an Ancient Gears grinder. But unfortunately, that's past me now. I had an Exodia deck phase as well, but that was very, very silly. People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. And I don't know about that. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime. Oh yeah, there you go. That's an AA5 thing now. That's strange. He looks so fucking badass when he does this. Bad though. Thank you for the sub. It's very nice of you. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Oh. Oh no. No. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. Ooh, sure, why not? They're getting new support in April. I don't know how. I read that as they're getting new airport. I'm losing my mind. Thinking about all the travel I have to do in the next couple days. Is it possible to turn up the music a teensy bit? Absolutely. There you go. The music in this game is really, really good, so we should do that. Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. And I've got myself a whole new testimony. Ooh. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Ah! God fucking damn it. He touched it. He touched the deadly bottle. Not cool. Oh, that's such a good... Oh my god, what did I just get? Opening objection. God, okay, cool. So you'd say you didn't touch the murder weapon. This grape juice bottle. Right? I can't wait for the pursuit theme. So I said, something the matter, Mr. Justice? He has no style. He has no grace. This prosecutor is a fucking disgrace. Never learned how to play dumb. What's this, Mr. Payne? I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints. He looks so peculiar. What? No, what the oh my god. Jesus, no need to shout, Mr. Justice. Oh, look at him. Look at him. God, look at him. I want to put him in a shoebox and keep him on my shelf. He's so good. He's so great. I love him. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case. But what about my cords of steel? No. No. Anyway. What's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. I forgot about that. I fucking... That wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. Huh? Oh, I forgot. God, the objection theme in this... Why does this game's soundtrack go so good? The fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down, yeah. It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there can be only one reason for that. I will say, that is one problem I have with AA 5 and 6. AA 5 and 6 have kind of mid-pursuit themes. And that hurts. I kind of... They grew on me a bit, like, playing the game. But they're not amazing. They're not amazing. Apollo needs to be put in amazing, giving challenges and rewarded with nuts and trail mix. This game's soundtrack lends to the kind of futuristic / darker tone that I like a lot about AA4. 6 isn't the worst in the series. That's fair. 5, I think... AA5's is great, but I never go out of my way to listen to it. You get me? What did you think of 5.5? I think it's interesting. I won't go into spoilers. It is like a straight 10 out of 10 case, and it drops the ball at the very end. I don't like the final reveal, and that kind of hurt it. I think it's my least favorite final case, and that feels... But it's still great. It's still great, but I think it's my least favorite final case. Just because, like, the reveal at the end just... I didn't like it. I didn't like it very much. To brain someone with a bottle. You don't have one of those. Wah! Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worst. Oh? I see no problem, Justice. I feel like the final reveal was pretty good, but No, actually, you're right. There's kind of two final reveals, and the first one is incredible, and the second one is like, oh. Oh, they're taking this in that direction? Oh, okay. So, I see what you mean. I would agree. The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see. Ooh. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder, for now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. I wish I had Kristoff's little hair drill. You could be like Milia. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, Who was it who reported the murder to the police? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright, but still, that... Really? Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? AA6, what's that? Blackwall is better in AA6 than in his own game? I don't know. I do actually, Blackwall's maybe my favorite part of AA5, like, as a whole. And he's my favorite part of the case that he's in 6. I think I just really like Blackwall. Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. If you get this game, if you get the trilogy, look at the concept art for Blackwall. Oh my god. It is something else. The concept art for Blackwall in AA5, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You gotta play AA6. I know it kind of starts not great, but 6-3 is incredible, and so far 6-5 is incredible. I love 6-5. Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? I just saw the little autosave icon come up. Oh god, I remember this. The victim was surrounded in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. This is a nasty-ass restaurant. I see, and this is the phone that made the call. Right cell phone added to the court record. Thank you. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? He's so confused. Look at him. Urk. Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you. No one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. He. You're as good as they say you are. So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. I'm so excited to meet them. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? I'm so fucking ready. I'm so ready. Let's go! The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Oh, she's so great. I really like her. The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? What are you... She's not that small. Be nice to her. I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. Everyone calls these horns. That's so rude. So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. That's more than hair gel, man. You can't get that shit to stay up like that. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please, come out. Isn't violence against hair crime, Your Honor? If you are sure it is okay. Ahem, now the prosecution. What are you doing? Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness, paraphernalia? There we go. I'm EP, so I'll bow out. Have a good lawyer. Thank you for stopping by. You have a good EP. Yes. She is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be... My name is Olga Orley. Is there a pun there? Olga Orley. Olga Orley. Olga Orley. If there's a pun there, I can't figure it out. I am employed as waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant, but I also perform, how it is said, other service. I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures. Da. Like, for example, this one. Look at him. Oh, really? Oh, there's no fucking way. Is Olga Orley? Olga really? Oh, really? Olga really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. That's the defendant? Indeed. On the night of the murder, man in white hat is the one who has gone kaput. His design is so fucking great. I do love his design. It's incredible. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on what it is exactly. Indeed, that is the victim. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers casually. That's not where you put them, you silly. Olga's photo added to the court record. Now witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room. The hideout, we call it. Excuse me? The hideout? That's so silly. Why did they make Kristoff like that? There's some, like, really good concept. Bad guy? I forgot about bad guy. Jesus Christ. I forgot about that. If I remember right, there aren't that many silly names in AA4. AA4, like, if I remember right, kind of takes a bit of a back seat with the silly names. With the exception of this. And Shady Smith. But, like, for the most part, the names are pretty chill in AA4. So, bad guy. Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Dada, photos will be numbered, and you will write which ones you want copy of. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orley, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means, uh-oh. Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events. Hell yeah. That night, the customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Duh. The victim, he played whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. Duh. That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death. Uncalled for. Roman Tillot. Leto. Oh, I forget. I think I know who that is, yeah. Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith. That's ridiculous, because Mr. Wright can't lose. Ahem, Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection, but he hasn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid, it happens. Oh my god. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as prosecutor either. There's no fucking way. He's full of shit. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Chips, you say. Duh, I mean, yes. How ripped do they think Phoenix is where he can just walk up and choke him? I feel like Phoenix has like Street Fighter V Guile strength, right? Like, do you remember in Street Fighter V during Guile's, like, super? When, like, before he throws the Sonic Hurricane, he goes like this, and then he just goes like... Like, his muscles he just buffs up for no reason. Like, just fucking, like, Popeye moment, right? I bet he can do that on command, right? Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture... It does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Chip's photo added to the court record. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Let's go. That fateful night. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Is that a lie? No, it is the truth. Wait. Oh, wait, that's fine. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Hang on a minute. What's the cause of death? That's not... Yeah, fuck you. You're full of shit. You're so full of shit, Umpha. Oh, really? Oh! Oh! That's clever, because her name kind of sounds like that. Strangled, you say? That's odd. There, normal customers only choke on... Shut the fuck up, you silly Billy. No, I mean this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Ack. Miss Orley. Really now. Did you witness the crime? Eek! Oh, she's so talented. Oh, really? She's so cool. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yes, it is a fact that he was... Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Okay. That is a fucked up bruise. I feel like, I don't know, would that really kill you? Like, even if it's a bottle. Like, I don't know. Would I die to that? It's hard to say. Ugh. Please no one hit me with a bottle at Valhalla 4. To, like, you know, test that theory. Please do not do that. If I get brained at a Smash tournament, I guess it's my own fault now. This head certainly was hit. He's so clever. Test for science. I'm gonna be in AA7. But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck. Oh really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time. Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but think perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one more thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems that we should continue the cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too. Yeah, sometimes your brain can just, like, not do good, I guess. Sometimes a bonk can just kind of get you. After defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. You were dealing cards, but do you do this often? I disagree. Beating dead jokes is amazing, Gavin. Me getting to the stepladder joke in AA6. If customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht, cards, and more borscht. It is my work. It's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. Welcome you to Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is as warm as the waitresses. Thank you for not handing out flyers during the cross-examination. Let's see. Let's go back to 5. I'm gonna... Okay, let's press that. You didn't say anything about hidden before. So sorry. I must be forgetting this. Da. Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. Ow, I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind, and chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. So he strangled him, then hit him. Okay. Something's fishy about all of this. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Oh, sorry. That's perfectly fine. Oh! Oh shit, that's not it. I'm wrong. Yeah, I forget how you do this one again. Is it this one? I think I fucked up again, yeah. Yeah, I was wrong. I forget how this one works. I might be on the wrong statement, yeah. No, yeah, I think that this is a new change in the remaster. It used to just be a bar. Cold is best seasoning, da. Okay, that's fine. There we go. There was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said, but what does it mean? Yeah, I think in AA4, it's just a plain green bar with no, like, segments. Oh my glob, it's big yellow. Hello. We are recalling a testimony. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Where'd it go? And there's also no strangle marks at all. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. What does it mean? If we are to believe that the witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? Taken it off. Wait, you don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Okay. Say, I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh? You mean this? Uh-oh. It's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. What? What? God, that caught me so fucking off guard when I first saw that. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? Bom bom. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Why don't I buy that this is just coincidence? Oh, fuck. Well now, if the result of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear that the defendant lost, badly. Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played when between the victim and the defendant. Da. Ooh. I'm curious how this ends up playing out. The game began with 3,500 point in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, victim would play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and... Uh-oh. Hi, Big Yellow. Hello! Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. Ah. How many times I have heard those words. I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done. A common tale, but true. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. I love the judge. Someone said that the judge in AA4 is like the judge. I remember someone saying that the judge is at his best in AA4. And like, yeah, I see it. I like the judge in this. He's really fun. Okay, so what's the deal with this? Okay. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips? Explain? What is there to be explained? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle. Shut the fuck up, dude. Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even? Yeah, as I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. Ooh, ooh. Unbelievable. Oh, I forgot about Leighton versus Wright. Oh, I get to play that after AA6. That is nice. 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. It is not money, da. Justice. Sir, don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony? Oh, yeah. I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. Oh, she knows. She knows. I forget, do we present now, or do we... Yeah, fuck it, we can present now. Yeah, we can present now. You're sure it was the victim who won? Oh, I remember how this plays out now, yeah. Oh, she's so in trouble. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Oh, it's math time. Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. When in the original trilogies does latent rewrite happen? I think it's just not canon. I think so, yeah. I believe it is. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small ones are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Pain, Jesus Christ, do some math. You're 61! God, Pain is 61! He's 6... Okay. I won't lie. 10,600 points, the chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. I hate to say it, okay? I think Pain looks great for 61. He does look great for 61. I need to clarify that. 461. Okay? He's not doing so hot in general, but by 61 standards, he's doing alright for himself. Right? We gotta give him a little bit of credit. Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. He has a lot of hair for 61. Exactly, yeah. If all the chips were indeed shown in this photograph, then there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way round. What? Oh god, everything that they do with Pain is so funny in 5 and 6. Like, I know it's different, but it's so funny. Want to know what I think? The small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. It's not that mad, really, man. 61 is not that old. That is very true. 61 is not that old. I know some 61-year-old people, and they're fine. One of them I didn't even know was in her 60s. I thought she was, like, late 40s. But she's just really good at living. Love that for her. Show me that photograph of the chips again. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's a card on the floor. I just noticed that. There are 6 small chips. Oh, there's 2. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. That does make 7,000 points when you add them up. Jesus, he can count. Okay. Ouchie is... I fucking love Ouchie too. He's so funny. Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. Oh, fuck. How old is the judge? Do we... I don't think we know. We know he's a grandfather. We know he's a grandfather. We know that much. The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. No, it's not. Exactly. Yeah, AA1 to AA4 is 10 years. That's a lot of years. It's so... You forget the time jump is that big. You really do. Let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. I have a very vivid memory of my sister getting really upset that our grandparents gave me 2 1-euro coins and her just 1 2-euro coin. That's so cool. That's the kind of thing that, like, you actually get annoyed at when you're a kid. Actually, that kind of reminds me. I had a really nice moment today. Obviously, a lot of the new comments I've gotten are on the Worms video, and they're super chill. The people are so nice about the Worms video. I'm really glad people will like it. Just dropping in before work to say hi and give my follow. Thanks so much. I hope you have a good day. You have a good one. I had a really nice moment. There was a comment on one of the old fighting game garbage videos, and it was the one for Zangief's Tundrastorm, the shitty kick parry that he has. Okay? And, it was a comment from someone who just said, hey, I just bought this game, and I spammed this move against the CPU until it worked, and it was funny. And that made me really happy, right? Someone who just bought SF5, like now, and they booted it up to just fight the CPU and, like, do a move they wanted to do. That was actually really nice. You know? That made me happy. I appreciated that. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points. The countdown isn't Shea-Frillish enough. It needs more YTPs. I know. I'm glad I stole that, though. I mean, you know, I know he doesn't legally own it, but that method of ranking stuff is just so fun. It's so good and fun. 4,100 points. Oh my god! Dude! This is 4-1! This case is for what? They know. They're so clever. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible. My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Yag. Welcome to the Bomb Hotel. I love that. Mrs. Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Eek. She's so good. There's a lobster in there. The Worms video was the perfect thing to fall asleep to last night in a good way. I'm glad that I am people's choices background noise slash sleep noise. I really do. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. Nuh. Nung. We must now ask ourselves... Oh, fuck. What? Who's saying that? What are you fucking talking about? You're kind of making me want to try Worms 3D. Dude, I recommend it. I don't know what the best way of playing it these days is, I will admit. There's this site called My Abandonware, which I think is safe to download the game from. I'm pretty certain. I think. Right? But if you don't want to risk it, you can, like, emulate the GameCube version or something like that. I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, see what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was cheat. Oh, fuck. A cheat? You don't mean a trick? What kind of fucking line is that? You guys want to go trick-or-treating? Your Pikmin streams may be imposed by the Pikmin 1+2 Switch Bundle and Pikmin 4. That's so fucking cool. I really hope you're enjoying it. I can't wait to get back to Pikmin 2. I think the first stream we'll do when we get back will be Pikmin 2. Or maybe greater... No, yeah, Pikmin 2. We'll do Pikmin 2. A Joker's trick, exactly. Wait, or do you mean a scam? What the... What are they talking about? A deception? A con? Tomfoolery? They're all the same thing. You get it, man. You get it, Apollo. There was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are. Great. Just great. Sleight of hand? First we have lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. The final hand. That's the bootleg version of Master Hand from Smash. The last hand, both men had full house. That, I think, is wrong. If you look at both men's hand, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. There, the defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith. That is wrong, I think. Kristoff is such a specimen. Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. That's an interesting thing to say. Oh, save Randy! Oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Finally. Randy is in the worst shape he's ever been in. He's ever been in. Bear with me. There we go. Huge. Happy for him. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience. That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactic. Oh, god damn it. Never mind. Bye-bye. This poor dude. Okay, never mind. It goes right back. The parry. God fucking... Okay. Randy lost all his crystals, so we have to... We've resorted to removing his arm. Mr. Gavin? Wait. Oh, another one. Oh, shit. He gets one crystal back. Oh, my God. He gets two crystals. Oh, my God. How many? Oh, no. How? Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, how many is that? Fuck. Hang on. How many crystals back is that? That's too many. Oh, my God. Sorry. Let's take a moment. Let's take a breather. I've lost all my fucking crystals. He gets 4. 4 crystals. I've been saving my points for this hair. The Randy redemption is happening. There we go. I forget where I even put all the crystals. I will get you one day. Randy will rue the day. He will rue it. There we go. He's so back. What's a full house? Apollo, do you know anything about poker? What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know the terms one pair, two pair, and three of a kind, yes? Yeah. No problem. Two cards with the same number makes a pair, and three makes a three of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with one pair and one with three of a kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? No. You can see each player's hand in this photo. They've both got that. They both have full houses. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. Ooh. I've been lurking, but I've seen your Super Mario 64 DS. Your Super Mario 64 DS video and enjoyed it a lot despite never playing it, and you being an AA fan is super cool. I love this series. Thank you so much. I love that video to bits. I really, really do. It's one of my absolute favorites. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? Okay, one thing I want to do real quick. I think this 1 minute. Present. Let me see that hand. No, there's no contradictions there, I don't think. I think I am wrong and incorrect. Yeah. I think I'm wrong. Big Yellow. Hello! That is me. Both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, the game becomes argument, then duh, he took the... How is it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Is Big Yellow your legal birth name? No, but it's funnier to think it is. Your mother was way Big Red and your father was Big Blue. So cheating was afoot, or perhaps, should I say, a hand. You're so clever. Perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Mr. Wright's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It has 5 aces in all. Hank, wait, you're full of... Wait, bear with me. Apologies, I think you're full of shit. Yeah, you're full of shit. You don't know anything. Objection! You're full of shit. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name... Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Look at this graph. Please point out the contradiction in this photo. What particular point? Yeah, it's just the... Oh, wow. Moving that is peculiar. Well, it's just this guy's hand, right? It is just like the other guy's hand that's like fucked up. Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, God, I love the objection. The objection theme is so fucking good. Use your famous Apollo fingy. Ow! Ah! Ow! Ah! I turned my neck wrong and it hurts now. Fuck. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Am I gonna die? No, I think I'll be alright. Jesus. Apollo, why do you do this to me? I like the chill remix of this in AA5. Oh, yeah. Apollo, why does Apollo do this to me? Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. No. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that... You've seen it. You've seen the photo. No. The outline is too thick. No big yell. The Apollo Fingy strikes back. That should be his real name. Apollo Fingy. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Oh, baby. Baby, oh, baby. Go to sleep now. You have a good one. Enjoy your eep. I'm gonna eep like hell tonight, because I gotta be up at, like, what? What do I gotta be up at? Like, 5, maybe? No, this remaster looks so good. It looks so good. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts, Mr. Gavin. Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead. Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. Ooh. See, what I'm gonna do, when I'm traveling, it's gonna be a combination of Eep and Finnish Turnabout Revolution. It's like a perfect 50-50. If someone's taking Irish public transport, oh yeah. And I arrive at the airport an hour before the gate closes. Which is very ambitious, but it's the City Link, which you can actually trust. You can actually trust those buses, to be fair. If it was the green bus, I would be going, like, hours in advance. I wouldn't trust the green bus if my life depended on it, truly. I'm on Revolution. Yeah, I beat the first day of Turnabout Revolution, and I adored it. I adored it. I really, really did. I really, 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 really did. So I'm very excited to see what the second day holds. The cards, the heart of them, even. Mr. Payne. Urk. Yes. Irish bus tier list when? That's actually a good idea. I haven't taken enough, though. It would literally just be City Link S and then, like, Green Bus F. Peak. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Did you enjoy beloved character Paul Attishan? Yes and no. I wanted him boiled, but he's like, he's, you know, you hate him, but that's a good thing. He sucks, but that's good. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? Oh, wait, I have to make a fucking choice? View the victim's hand. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna open that shit for me. Be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using... Oh, that's a lot of things that I gotta be pushing. Okay, let's do this. Oh, the breakdown... Ugh, wait, who is Rios again? Six-two. Oh, that is a very good one, yes. Don't spoil stuff. There might be people here who haven't played 6-2. So be careful. I'm just saying. The trilogy did just come out after all. The back is a different color. Eh? Irish bus tier. Boss Aaron is bottom tier. I've actually never... You won't believe this. I've never used Boss Aaron. Never. I've never had to. But I've heard horror stories. They're in, like, the same boat as Green Bar. Have I mentioned that one day when I was coming home from uni, I was on the green bus and they just hit a car? They just hit a parked car. But the person who owned the car wasn't there. So we just drove away. It was great. But I put that card... Oh, she fucking slipped. What was that, Miss Orley? No, yet. But I mostly said that oh, fuck. Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? Yeah, hit and run public service, basically. I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. The limbic bus is so dire. It's dreadful. So you mean, this witness, Miss Orley, she's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. Oh, she's been figured out. You catch that lobster. Oh, confess the truth, the music in AA4 is incredible. Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean of her mistake. Don't say that. That's a mean thing to say. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. Driver was winning the I don't give a fuck war. That's impossible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand. Ergo, Miss Olga Orley who conspired to cheat not only with my client. Finally! Let's fucking go! But with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oh, fuck. Ooh! Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Let's fucking go. This is so good. This is like one of the best pursuit themes. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean... The defendant isn't accusing the witness. Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, the judge, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. No, she's not gonna catch it! Oh, I forgot. Everything's fine. My bad. I forgot about that. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Mr. Justice? Your Honor. I will say, okay. Small gripe with AA4 that I have. Tiny, teeny, tiny gripe. I might be misremembering this because I forget how much it plays in 4.2 and 4.3. The pursuit theme does not play enough in this game. I barely remember it playing in 4.4. And I don't like that. It's so good, it should play more often. They're constantly throwing the pursuit theme at you in, like, Investigations 2. And I'm glad, because it's godlike. They don't play it enough. It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between... Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 4.4 is just like that. I'm so excited to get back to 4.4. 4.4 is so interesting. My opinion of 4.4 has gone up a lot over time. But I do need to play it again. And that means this court cannot pronounce pronouns a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it! I held out. I wish he would hold out his hand in marriage for me, despite being a fictional character. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Objection! What the... Oh no! Yeah, I would say 4.1 is top 5. I think my top 5 is... It's tricky. The definitive top 1, best Ace Attorney case of all, is Investigations 2.5. The Grand Turnabout. Untouchable. And then I'd say, like... 2.4... Investigations 2.3... Oh shit, wait, did they change the objection? Maybe 3.5, and then like this, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Did they swap the objection with the new one from AA5? That does actually make sense if they did that, to be fair, because that is what his voice would be. You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet. What nonsense is the defendant spewing now? Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous. Mr. Wright has a talent. For the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about that game, the game that fateful night. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different colored backs? If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and they still got mixed up. We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Actually, wait, yeah, good point. Yes! I agree. I agree. Investigations 1.5. I love that case. I know a lot of people aren't huge on it. I think that one is like barely outside of the top 10. It could maybe be number 10. I would have to sit down and think about it. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Yeah, whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating. Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo. Yes. Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Well, yeah, thanks for the news, Butler, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh, it might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? I'm gonna say after the murder. Perhaps it happened after the murder. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been showing? That's silly. That's me. But tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Holy shit, that should be like my motto. Yeah, if you pulled that during a game, you'd be caught in no time. Good point. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Exactly. Okay, this is going past silly and straight onto crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes. A simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Yeah, who did it? Who done it? Miles Edgeworth. The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. I think it was... What would you say that is the worst case, like in the entire series? My pick for worst case, it's the only case I would give less than a 6 out of 10, is 6-1, the foreign turnabout, personally. Clown. Clown is close. Big Top is bottom 5 for me. It's bottom 5. It's a 6 out of 10. But I think the foreign turnabout is just like... There's things I like in Big Top. I like Big Top's second day, where they stop bringing up the weird shit as much. And, like, Mo has some nice moments, and I really like the second trial. 6-1 was just kind of a bit dire. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Right, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it... Wait, that was a bad suggestion. She was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Heh. Heh 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 heh. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? If you like 2-3 and it's not from the anime, you're a criminal. Oh yeah, there's things I like about it, but it is still like a 6 out of 10. It's bottom 5. I'll say my bottom 5 is 2-3, 3-3, Investigations 3, 6-4, and then the definitive bottom one is 6-1. That's how I'm feeling. I was just thinking how much fun this all is. What are you fucking waffling about, you silly Billy? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. Oh, no, that's not ordered, by the way. That's not ordered. So 6-4 could be like, it could be number 5. It could be like, it could be like 2. Like, I think those cases are just all yeah, 6-4 is the Rakugan case. The mugshot mug. Then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to take this case a new I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction. We'll find that indeed after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. No, yeah, Blackwall is the best part of that case, but I just don't... I think it's weird. I liked the case, but I think that case... That case is hurt more less by what it is and more by what it isn't. You know? And that someone made 2 critical mistakes. I also don't like... I'm glad that Athena gets something. But Athena, the way she's handled doesn't feel quite right. She feels less competent than an AA5. And that feels kind of wrong. I don't know. Maybe I was imagining it. I might have to sit and like think about it for a bit. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew is that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. Well, the thing of 6 is, this is why, to me, Ace Attorney 6 is Ace Attorney Justice for All 2. Because the lows of 6 are low, but the highs are so high. They're so high. Right? Oh yeah, there are a few dialogue bits I'm not over the moon about. But like, 6-3 is like perfect. I love 6-3 to bits, I really do. When do we hit the highs? 6-3, and from what I can tell so far, 6-5. I've only done the first day of 6-5, but I adored it. And to be fair, I don't think 6-2 is bad. I think 6-2 is just, like, middle of the road. I think it's, like, just, like, unremarkably great, you know? Now you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person, although it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. What? Bruh? Sad Marty is just, like, fine. I don't dislike him, but he's a little uninteresting. Yeah, 6-2 is, like, I'm glad it's there, but there's things about it that I'm not over the moon about. But I like it. It's just nice that it acknowledges that AA4 happened, I'll be real. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, apologies, namely that at the time of the incident there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Uh-oh. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well. I thought Prosecutor Land was a stupid concept. You know, I thought that just spoiled something in 6-5 for me, and I was mad as fuck. And then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's literally just what Quran is. That is introduced from the very beginning. Oh my god. 5-2? I don't mind 5-2. I don't mind 5-2. Honestly. I like 5-2. 5-2 is the silliest Ace Attorney case. Bar none, I think. But it doesn't fuck anything up like 2-3 or 3-3, I think. Right? So it's just incredibly silly from start to finish. But I at the same time, though, if you want a silly good case, then 5 DLC is the way to go, I think. That is by a mile the best, like, case that has no effect on anything, in my opinion. 5 is the monstrous turnabout. The yokai one. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I'd think you would know the answer to that. This fucking guy. Sorry, yeah, we're just going on and on about, like, oh yes, I do love 5-2. 5-2 is quite good. I prefer 5-2 to 5-1. But it has nothing on 5 DLC. Now, Investigations 2-2. Now, that's a case. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. Oh, fuck. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright? Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Where's your daughter? Holy fuck! Pearl Fay with a hat! I'm just surprised to hear that you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One question, the one who cheated that night, was it you? Holy fuck, that's like kind of the judge in the background, I just noticed. What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago, what I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. Oh my god. It is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is like trial law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. One thing about 5 I didn't like was the lack of flavor text. That's fair. Man, I think that's a big part of why I like Investigations duology so much, right? The flavor text in Investigations is so good. I love it. Their body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding. Nuh-uh. That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. Man, it is hitting me. Man, Hobo Phoenix is... This would make a very good cosplay. Anyone could do this. Man, maybe I gotta do... Maybe... Could this be my gateway into cosplay? This is like the perfect entry point. I can be Washed Phoenix. I've been like, who would be a great AA character to cosplay? And the go-to one is, I wanted to do Bobby Fulbright. Bobby Fulbright was the character I wanted to cosplay the most, because one, his hair is like mine a bit. And also, I don't think it would be that hard outside of getting a suit. I am a Bobby Fulbright enjoyer. I'm a huge Bobby Fulbright enjoyer. But like, that's probably a little tricky to do. What are you putting in the locket? A Lego crystal, you know me. Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? I fucking love it. Oh my god. Oh, dude, I can't say anything, but like, playing this after beating Apollo Justice, because this is my second time playing the game. This is what they're... Man, AA has more replay value than I realized, because holy shit, like, the gears are clicking. They're fucking clicking. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. I knew it. I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me. Oh my god. Shloms is Apex. Apollo, that's a very good one. Van Zeek's, that's a good one. How much I hate Great Ace Attorney 1-4. Fuck, that's the next one we're doing. Dang it. Fiddlesticks. My power? I had no idea my chords of steel were that special. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I've been streaming. Great Ace Attorney I've been saving for streams. If you want to see the VODs, they're on my second channel, Big Yellow Second Impact. We've done the first 3 cases of Great Ace Attorney 1. So, it's a missed opportunity that Capcom never made Phoenix's beanie official merch. That is fucked up. I actually did get merch. I forgot to mention. I got merch. It's not gonna be here before I go to Bristol. But, I got a shirt with Maya Fey on it. I'm gonna be so swagged at Valhalla. Yippee. It's that song from the Supercuts. Oh, you're a real one. Oh, you're a real one. Court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orley, recovered? Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again? That's the thing, you see. She's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. F.A.? No, Maya Fey! Maya Fey! Maya Fey. Oh, man. So, sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The Red Super Cup was so good. Amazing EP material. That reminds me, I would like to thank everybody. I realized just yesterday that this Tomodachi Life Season 1 Supercut hit 100,000 views. That means the world to me. Because the Tomodachi Supercuts are just like... out of everything I've made, they mean like some of the most to me personally, right? They're so me. So seeing them do well means the world to me. It really does. That made me extremely happy. The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. Uh-oh. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poorer loser. Nyeh. Not. Yes! Umpha! Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley. Oh really? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like oh really. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. She's so talented and powerful. Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Oh, fuck. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Consequences? I can't say anything. Fine. Oh, fuck, let's go. You could pull off... Actually, yeah, this is a reasonable cosplay. I could maybe do that one, too. Her oh my god, her hair... Other than the color? Shit! Wait a minute. Oh, I'm having so many ideas. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim. Uh-oh. Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. Oh, really. We set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. You swapped the cards. This might be the... Yeah, you might be right, actually. Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it. It would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend will be dashed to pieces. She's got like my weird jaw shape as well, actually. We both have very, like... Hang on, I need to look at her again. Yeah, we've got, like, kinda... We got the same-ass jaw. She's a little, like, square. She's a little angular. This might be the way. That was the plan. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, do we both have the... I forget what color my eyes are, actually, so I don't know. Oh, really, Orly? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quickfingers Orly. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Not nice. Cute? Who wants to be cute? Yeah! I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. She's so funny. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. How bad and Olga melee player Orly. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. There we go. There we go. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. Ooh. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect, if that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Boy, oh boy. Okay, bear with me. I'm gonna have to be annoying again. I'm a little dehydrated. So I'm gonna just... Bear with me. I'm going to grab some water, and I will be right back. I will leave you with oomph again. There you go. Enjoy Creature. I'll be right back with you. Thank you for holding the phone. Why is everyone saying E? What the fuck does E have anything to, what does E have anything to do with anything? E for B? Is the B on E? Is the B on E? You know what? I saw a video yesterday. You know how sometimes you just watch like whatever show, something just shows up in your recommended, and you're just like, yeah, I'll watch that for no reason. I watched a video of a Japanese guy. Like the video was in Japanese and it had subtitles. I got a video in my recommended of a guy removing a hornet's nest, and instead of just like throwing it away after he got rid of it, he like put it in the freezer to immobilize all the funny bugs and stuff in it. And then he took it out and like sliced it, and then he like fed it to his chickens. And I thought that was nice. I was like, thank you for not just like throwing that shit out and making a mess. That's nice. You are perpetuating the circle of life. That's kind of cool. I don't know why I watched it. I just kind of did. It was just nice. You know, it's just one of the, yeah, like, you know what I mean, right? Sometimes something like that will just like appear. Yeah, chicken snack, right? What a feast for those chickens. Yeah. They ate the funny bugs. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand. Just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him, but the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith, it was that no good... Isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing, which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. Ooh! I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Go, gadget, press! I saw a video where someone fed their chickens a roast chicken, and apparently people just do that. That seems fucked up. That strikes me as not cool. I don't like that one bit. Is she holding a Game Boy Advance SP? Like, I know that's not what that is, but that's what it looks like from that angle. It looks like a closed Game Boy Advance SP. What are you talking about? You. Oh, you've got milk down your face. I know what you're up to. And so do you, you silly Billy, except your milk droplets look worse. The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. Man, you know what I've actually been, like, very tempted to get? The Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. Does anyone have that? I actually have it. I don't talk about it much. I have a Retroid Pocket 2. And I don't use it very much, but it is good. It's good. But the 4 can apparently do, like, GameCube emulation. And, like, part of me a while back was, like, tempted to get a Steam Deck, and I was like, nah, I won't end up using it. But that I would maybe do. I don't know. I would have to think about it. I would have to sit down and think about it. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Wright hit. You're doing it. You're doing that shit again. With my own eyes, I saw it. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? The witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Oh, let's go! Touch it. Oh, sorry, I just need my table. I love this. Hello. This is your stand. What's going on? I'm going fucking red mode. There, that twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit. Like I couldn't before. Gotcha. What's the general consensus on perceive as a mechanic? I love it. I like it a lot. I'm curious. Perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. I think I can very much understand why someone would not like it though. But I'm a big fan. Whenever you get to a certain... Doing it for Brushel was the worst thing I ever done. I actually don't remember how that goes. I will have to get back to that. Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. Ooh. Yeah, Athena's stuff is interesting. I think Athena's stuff is like... How do I put it? I think gameplay-wise it doesn't add a ton, but it fits better, sort of, if that makes sense. So what? And they do some really cool stuff with it. They do some really cool stuff with the Athena's mechanic in like some of the later AA5 cases, I think. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit slow because sometimes you'll catch what you're meant to perceive at the very at the last possible moment, and then you've got to go through the whole thing again. Are the 3DS versions of AA 1 to 3 good? Absolutely. I personally think so. I think they look fantastic. And also there's a few quality they fix a bunch of typos. They fix oh my god, the AA5 typos. Holy fuck, they're gone. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss the AA5 typos. There are so many fucking typos in that game. I'm gonna miss them. Rest in peace, AA5 typos. Oh my god. Sorry. They fixed some typos in the trilogy 1 to 3. And there's like a line or two added somewhere to make Rise for the Ashes make more sense. Yeah, they're fucking everywhere. The miracle never happened. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? Yeah, they do. They fixed the miracle never happened in the 3DS port. This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. And, like, the 3DS is also just great because the 3DS... You can play every Ace Attorney game on the 3DS. Well, kind of, yeah. No, I agree. I'm not big on the redrawn art of the HD trilogy, but I think it looks good on the 3DS, right? I think the 3DS is like a nice middle ground between DS and HD. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. Also, I will say, AA4 looks fucking incredible on 3DS. It looks amazing. So what would remind her of most of the moment of the crime? Miss Orley, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. And there must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck is this. Huh? Was she hit with the bottle? I forget. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon? Something doesn't fit. If you're the only one to witness the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, it doesn't get out of the language. That's a shame. Yeah, but it is... It is so nice having all 8 games on just one console. It's so handy. It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you. Oh, fuck. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits? They're completely irrelevant. Justice. I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss Orley, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet I'm knowing nothing. You can't do that now. We know you're not Russian. Yeah. Oh, the Alita, that one. Yeah. 4-2 is interesting. I'm looking forward to playing that one again. I think when I first played it, I thought it was just like entirely unremarkable. I didn't let him out of my... That's wrong. That's so fucking incorrect. That's so fucking incorrect. How do we prove it's incorrect? How do we prove that's incorrect? Yeah. Miss Orley, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. You silly Billy. And now we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first... He needs to fucking shave, dude. That's so bad. I wonder if they'll ever re-release the Edgeworth games. I feel like it might happen. I think it could happen. 4-2 is... See, it's weird. The silly stuff in 4-2 didn't bother me. Weirdly, the silly stuff in 4-2 felt like a parody of some of the genuinely, like, sort of uncomfortable stuff in 2-3 and 3-3, right? Maybe I'm wrong in saying them. That's just the way I saw it. I could be incorrect. No, yeah. I feel like if this does well enough, I think they'll look into an investigations duology. I think so. I would love if they just I don't know if they'll do it. I'd be so happy if they just like organized something and they just used the fan translation and sold it for money. Because the fan translation is perfect. Right? That's Ray Shields. That's Sebastian the Best. That's who they are to me. You can't call... It's too late to call them anything else. I'm sorry. It's too late. You know? I would love if they could just sort that out. Just hit up the dudes behind that and be like, hey, can we just give you some money and we'll use that? Pretty please? No, the fan translation is so perfect. It's unbelievable. So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Don't cry, you're so talented. The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. Oh, fuck. Oh, cutscene! I love this. They gotta keep the names, yeah. Maybe remove the Simpsons reference. Maybe they'll have to remove the Simpsons reference, I don't know. But other than that, showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets, now. It's gone. The card's gone. You lose. Ooh. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to Wright, and he hit me. You, some master of cheating you turned out to be. Eek. Rude. Uncalled for. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If I came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. His jacket is the worst color. This is the worst color. That makes no sense with data context. Is she... Is she lying? Is at his wit's end, and frankly, I don't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir, I believe that as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Orley a big fat liar. What? 3 were in the room the night of the murder, the defendant, victim, and her. You have to stop, you don't have swag, they're going to kill you. It's like, you know what color the jacket is? She has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled. The witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And oh, fuck me. Okay. The denouement of that argument was murder. What? I didn't? I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. That color, you know what color that is, that jacket? That's the kind of color that's like... How do you put this? This is like the kind of color that Lego would make... Lego would produce 5 pieces in 2004, and then they would discontinue it and never use it again. It's one of those colors. That's so specific, but that's what it is. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? The color of Payne's jacket. That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. A 4th person. Here we go. I'm explaining a color to Big Yellow, so imagine a Lego. Fuck, you got me, you're not wrong. You did actually get me, that's actually how I think. This theory again, your 4th person doesn't exist, I disagree. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about? Sorry. Remember what I said. The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Or they... Apollo... How would such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet there is one person here, in our court, who thought those cards were blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo? Think you could figure out who it was? Uh-oh. It's not me, I swear. Who is this fourth person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Winston Pet. No, it's Christoph Gavin. He's 32? My man does not look 32. It's you! As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I remember that. One of my favorite things in your video was that one part in the brown Lego color video where you show some short-lived Lego colors and like a blue-like color. Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh is just chilling in there. Yeah. Eeyore's just chilling. That's what those images are like for like really obscure colors. It's so funny. But look, you can see the colors in this photo. Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only their cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Nah, now I will say... Phoenix, you took a bit of a fucking gamble hoping he would bring that up. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph? You know even I'd never take a joke this far. Oh, fuck. This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. It's not that... It's not that bananas, honestly. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder? I assure you, I'm quite sane. Thank you. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. True! Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? Oh, fuck. There is a possibility after all. I guess there's other things, yeah, there's other context and material. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. Oh, fuck. The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin, testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? Ooh. I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orley... Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Ooh, Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Gulp. Isn't putting him on the spot like this abusing his colorblindness kind of ableist? Now that I think about it, has colorblindness ever been a thing in Ace Attorney? I don't think they've ever used that as a point, have they? Or have... I forget. I don't think they've ever done that. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along. No, the judge is cool as fuck. Oh, yeah, you're right. Godo. Yeah, that's, like, different, though. That's, like... He's just got a virtual boy. That's kind of different. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. At 2, Justice, you will betray me, your teacher? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Very well, the defendant... Oh, true. No red-blue colorblind. That would make... Yeah, that's true. It's red-green is the tricky one, isn't it? Blue-yellow. That's interesting. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. Go for it. Go for it, Chief. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I had left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to Defense Attorney Gavin. Ooh. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Bush Bowl Club the night of the murder. I dined with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become I had become involved in a murder. I'm sorry for telling you this, Mr. Gatto, but you suffer from virtual boy eyes. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? He's so fucking intelligent. He's so clever in this. Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Ooh. Damn. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir, he's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. He's so fucked up. Wait, why is Apollo Sweat so much, like, more well-animated than the other two? He's got, like, extra frames. They were especially nice to him as a treat. Let's go. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith worked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. That girl was knocked out cold and Smith was... I kind of want to press that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get... I'm losing my voice. I'm so sorry. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout. Was anyone else on the first floor at that time? Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. Oh, fuck. So there in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. I think the art is remade. I don't think it's upscaled. When I returned, he was... wait a minute. Yeah, you silly Billy. Mr. Wright, if I may, yes. Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Ooh. Justice, next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? Ah, I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat in his head. Eh? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like this photograph. And I picked his hat up on the floor. I picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head. Oh god, I love how Christoph is just pissed it. I love it. He's holding back. He's not happy. But he's like holding back. He's just there like... He's so mad. Why'd you do a thing like that? All I can say is, I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene. Miss Orley didn't see it. It being the victim's, his head. I think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Ah, here we go again. Mr. Gavin? Ahem, pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Ooh. No, yeah, I like the lighter outlines too, that as well. Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh, push him harder, Justice. Break him. Rude. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Ugh, why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? Yeah, this is a bit much. That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christopher left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold, and Smith was uncontrollable. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Huh. Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin? I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair, and I figured Christoph law officers would give me a friend rate for my defense fees. Ah, glad to hear you intend to pay. Oh, I'll pay in full, Christoph. It was I who got you involved after all. You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high. Is this the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about? Justice, you know, yeah. I'll break him. Bear with me. Let's see. I forget how this goes. There's a lot of snow in this building. Maybe clean that shit up. Oh! 2 a.m. Oh. Show badge! The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. Okay, we've pressed that one. Oh, no, we haven't. Sorry. Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down the hideout. Oh, sorry. I've already read this one. My bad. Apologies. I forgot that I had already pressed that one. Blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned. The plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. This case is really dramatic for a first case. No, yeah, this is... In my opinion, this is the best case one. Like, by a landslide. It's unreal. It's so good. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. I'd say the second best is... This is the first case. Yeah, this is case 1. Man, I would have to think about what's the second best third case. I think it's close. It's either 3-1 or Investigations 2-1. Yeah, I love Turnabout Target. Turnabout Target is fantastic. I would have to really think about which one I prefer. Yeah, 5-1 is when 5-1 is one of the only cases I've replayed because I played it on an older 3DS and then that 3DS got fucked up, so I had to play it a second time. How do I put it? I liked 5-1 a lot the first time I played it, and the second time, and like the more I thought about it, I was like, a quirk? Me. I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted. I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice that I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of grape juice. The murder weapon. Ooh. I would say maybe Investigations 2-2 is the weakest case in that game, but it's still like a high 8 or a low 9, right? And, like, it's fair because that case has so much heavy lifting to do. You know what I mean? Like, it has so many characters and themes to introduce. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the pokerhead of courtroom number 3, approves this battle of wits. He's so good. Please revise your testimony with this new information. Uh-oh. I started playing AA because of your enthusiasm about it, and I've loved it so far. Apologies for not pronouncing that right at all, but I'm glad you're loving it. Oh, 2-2? 2-2, in my opinion, is the first 10 out of 10 case. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Trust me. This game, the music in this game is so fucking good. Dispose of the card in the bottle. I hate to do this to you, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There ain't shit in there. The bottle is completely empty. Bam, bam. No, yeah, there's a really unique vibe to this music, right? It's not like any of the other games in the series, I don't think. Yes? I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here. No? Well, Mr. Wright, surely isn't all you have to say for yourself. Wait! Oh, what did he say? What? How did he say that? What? I don't know. Judge, that's not... I don't know. What the fuck ever. One thing I noticed about... Just one little quirk of the Apollo Justice soundtrack. I did notice, if you look at the soundtrack included in this game, right? Like the in-game, like, orchestra mode, or whatever it's called. The Pursuit theme for this game is renamed. I always thought it was Pursuit Overturned. Is that what it is? Pursuit Overturned. Right? Like, it's Pursuit Cornered, Pursuit Questioned, Pursuit Caught, and then this is Pursuit Overturned. Or something like that. Now it's called, like, Gotta Catch the Witness. Or Gotta Catch the Killer, or something. Like, Gotta Catch the Culprit. Yeah, it's called Pursuit Gotta Catch the Culprit, I think. Yeah. Which is interesting. I don't know why they did that. Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out? Oh, a sixth person could have helped. Oh, he's not happy. He's mad as fuck. My apologies, Your Honor. I won't have you disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle, there was nothing. Just like a grunt. That would make sense. Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? That's a movie. Or did the card just disappear? I believe that's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. He's not fucking happy. He's so grumpy. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. You certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here. Eh? When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. A reason? Oh, fuck. That reason is right here. Your cell phone. That night, recall that I spoke with Defense Attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Mr. Wright, how do you speak in orange text? You just make a ding. Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. The gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him, hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? What? Wait, what? It wasn't you, was it? Me. Please, the cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands should it come to that. A kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. I remember now. The court appreciates the defendant's desertion in not indicting my forehead. Something's not right about that phone call. So after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club? Most certainly. Then, how did he know? When did he see this bone china plate? Pate, whatever the fuck, I don't know. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court. Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin. It's come down to this, has it, Phoenix Wright? Oh, fuck, he got him. He got him. I will have order, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear Defense Attorney Gavin's testimony? As the prosecutor, Very well, we'll break for 10 minutes. Afterwards, Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Oh my god. This case is so fucking good. Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This is the final recess. That calls for a damn sip. April 20th, the 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Who would have thought today would turn out like this? May I? Umphy! Hello, how are you doing? Hello, sir. Please, pick a card. What's this all about? Is this one okay? Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it. A trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely and the game is yours. That's all. An ace? Where do I remember... Oh, fuck. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It has 5 aces in all. There's a thing coming up that I know some people are not over the moon. Well, we're not. We'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. This is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. Imagine Trucy fucked up the magic trick and just gave you a regular card. She's just sitting there in the lobby with the one she meant to give you and she's just like, fuck. There was cheating, I swear to you. This is the coolest first case ever. I so agree. The missing 5th ace. Attorney? This blotch of red, is it blood? Uh-oh. You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it. This blood-stained card is my trump card for finding the truth. Uh-oh. Oopsie. I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl, I'd seen her recently, but where? That's when I made the connection. That's Umpha. That's Po Fei with a hat. That's not what that is. Hey, guy, I'm lying to you. I'm lying for comedic effect. Don't tell nobody. Bloody ace. Oh, fuck, he looks so cool. How have I never looked at him before? Damn. Oh, he is a short king. Court will now reconvene. Defense attorney Christoph Gavin, you will take the stand. People would never lie on the internet. You're so right. Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. He's, like, scared to, I love that it's like he's too intimidated by him. He's too scared to, like, question him. Is this fast necessary, Your Honor? Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom. Fine, I'll play along. First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? The totally normal 5 of clubs. That would help us out. I love Trucy's so cool. It's crazy how, like, I've talked about this before. Ace Attorney does this thing, especially, like, earlier on in the trilogy, where they'll introduce, like, a child, and it's like, oh, god damn it, child in a video game. They're gonna be the annoying, shitty sidekick, who is annoying. And then they're just actually kind of goated. Like, Pearl Fey, and, like, Emma Skye, and then, like, Trucy. It's crazy. They just make... this series has, like, a... Like, they have, like, a knack for making overpowered children. Right? Like, Pearl Fey is, like, canonically, like, the strongest character in the Ace Attorney canon. It's so funny. By secret, I'm guessing that he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald. Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Poe is so great. Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest in it. Oh, fuck. He is objecting. Hello. I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. I forgot this plays here. Oh my god. I forgot this plays. Oh, fuck. Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, I forgot about Cody. God damn it. Ugh. What do you think you're doing, right? Now things... Wow, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean, Apollo? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit. Oh, fuck. When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have Mr. Smith's bald head, he would have to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime. In other words, I must be the real killer. Is that what you're trying to say? Not bad, Apollo. Apollo is so fucking good in he's so good. AA4 Apollo is a treasure. I mean, sorry, well, he is. I meant to say Phoenix. Mr. Gavin, I'm afraid that I haven't been entirely honest with the court. What? Oh, I assure you, I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well. Allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. Oh, no, AA4 Apollo, I think he's... I wasn't expecting the final case of AA6 to be an Apollo case. That actually caught me off guard. I was worried he would get sidelined again, but holy shit, I am enjoying that last case. We'll see how it goes. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night? Ooh. That fateful night. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Mr. Wright holding a bottle in his hand. I sensed that this was not the best place for me to be at the time, and so I left. That's when the call came from Wright. I think you're full of shit. You witnessed the murder? For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team. Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that because that was the only probable window of opportunity. Right, Apollo? Ooh. His pushing glasses part is so good. The defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Oh, yeah. Yes, Your Honor. I can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. So silly. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked through the little window in the hideout. I want you to tell me about that. The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs? A relic of the ancient past. The black marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in through the window? Wouldn't it have just been easier to open the door and go into the room? I didn't want to upset Wright, you see. Upset Mr. Wright? I love this case so much because it does a really good job of showing how absolutely terrifying Phoenix is as a lawyer when you don't have access to his inner monologue. That's actually a really good point. I've never even thought about that. He's bad as hell in this case. I'd be walking in on their watch. Bad form to say the least. On their match. I can't even read. Everything he's saying makes sense. There's the window. Wait. No, that works. That's when the call came from Riot. That doesn't make sense, though. No, that doesn't make sense, though. That does not make sense. That is wrong. Where were you when the phone call came? I had already left the Borscht Bowl Club by that time. On the phone, he asked me to defend him. Naturally, I was surprised. I accepted, however. I couldn't abandon him. So kind of you. So far, everything jives Mr. Wright's testimony, I think. No, I've realized the contradiction. I'm not sure how to get it across, admittedly. Right after the murder took place. Is it this? I think it's this, right? Oh, no, I'm wrong. Bam, bam. Hmm. Oh, I'm fucking up. Those were the only 3 at the scene of the crime? Yes, as far as I saw at least. Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend. Hmm. Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand? Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. The 5th ace, right. The question of why the killer would swap out a card has been raised. This is a press all. Oh, really? Can you point out a reason? So he already has 5 cards there. Ah. Oh, yep. The Bloody Ace. Bloody Ace sounds like a really shitty British band. My reason is, this. Is that an ace? Why, it's got blood on it. Right next to the spade. What? Oh, this is... Oh my god. This is... Hi, hello. This is like... Knowing everything, this bit is so good. This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Why? Could this be the missing 5th ace? Inconceivable. How could you... What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. Cards are her stock and trade, after all. Impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this as evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I would think that the only person who could claim it's a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene, the real killer. Oh, his smirk is so good. He's not happy. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood is the reason? The reason for the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime? Where are you going with this? Take another look at the photo and the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down to the back of his head. Couldn't that drop of blood have fallen on one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood. Regardless, that evidence is non-permissible. Oh? Right, regardless of how you wasted this last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. Oh, we can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. What's important now is that I've answered your question. Oh my god, this is... But with the context of the rest of this game, this is so fucking brilliant. What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. This is baseless conjecture. Baseless. Yay! Funny! Oh, I assure you, it's quite base. His arm looks so short. His arm looks so short. What? It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. Oh, fuck. Nintendo DS graphics, yes! Oh my god. Rawr! The murder took place in the hideout. The bloody of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. Given this, there is one decisive problem with the scene. What is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victim or the killer's? Oh wait, whose position doesn't fit with the bloody card? It's the victim. The victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. You'd think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table in front of him. Yeah! 4.3 is gonna benefit a ton from the upgraded graphics. I gotta be real with you, right? Before the stream, I did do one other thing than just look at some of the concept art in this game. I did also watch the Orange Clavier cutscene. Phoenix VA, Sam Ridgel. Oh my god, his VAs in Bugsnax. That's amazing. I would highly recommend trying AA. They're incredible. I played the first game on the flight back from Fate 3, and I've been so hooked ever since. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards. Why, that's right. So what does this mean? Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs. Oh man. Apollo, try turning the chair around. Do I? There we go, I did it! Now that makes sense. The chair was facing the other way. It would have to be. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I know what this is. I remember, it's all coming back to me. The victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When I came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know right now the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. My favourite film is Mike Meekin's secret footage. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, I'll never forget. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? I would say it's this one, right? The second witness. You mean to say I don't make sense? Oh, no, of course you do, sir. As I thought. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, my bad. I'm a little hard of hearing. Did you just say something? Would you be kind enough to tell the court one more time what you mean? Whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? Oh, the killer! Because how would he hit him? Wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front, sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think that'd be quite hard, yes. But what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of a game? I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light. What? There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. If the victim was struck while he was sitting, as shown here, where could his assailant be standing? There's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Oh, I know. What if he boomeranged the bottle? He threw it at the wall and it bounced off and killed him. Well, he would have to be standing right here. Oh, fuck. I did not mean to do that. Oh, the R button. Wait. Okay, that's a bug. That's a bug! I pressed R on my keyboard and it did not work. The killer had to be standing well here. The blue badger hit him. He realized it was a spinny chair and couldn't help himself, Your Honor. You get points for flair, but that's about all you get. Ack. I thought I was onto something there too. I hardly need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard. Or are you claiming the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above? It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, then that means at the very moment of the crime... Wait, I know. At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What's this now? I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Oh, fuck, Your Honor. I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard and hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to move the cupboard. Ah, Your Honor, what? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. He's so fucking organized, it's unbelievable. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. He's so fucking smart. But let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again, it's been changed. If the killer was standing here at the scene of the crime, then this cupboard wasn't here, which means... Apollo, try moving the cupboard. You were meant to do that shit with the touchscreen, I think. Thank you! As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been as shown here. And now, this creates another problem. What's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Notice something, Apollo? Our line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. That is not some shit he would say. You know when Phoenix says some shit like this, you're in trouble. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point to the new contradicting indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, the second witness? Which indicator in this diagram? Oh, I guess I'm not reading that, but I know what you want me to show. It's this guy. About this cupboard. Are we okay with assuming it was moved? Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah! That's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't have been able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin. What did you say? Oh, he's not happy. His glasses look like spoons. Oh, is that the coolest defense in the West? Look at you losing his cool? Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, fuck. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court. Exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Excuse me, Your Honor. Order, this is a court of law and I will have order. That's not very nice. That's your bailiff. Behave. Come on, dude. Chill. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borscht Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Ooh, and what did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage behind it. What? Oh, fuck. Yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. He ventured, god fucking damn it. The little... That's true. I think... Naruhodo, like, coming into his own is extremely cool, but I still think that first case is just a bit too slow. This one has so many moving parts to it, but I do love Naruhodo. A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. So the room has a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses will get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. Oh, fuck. He's so fucking mad. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidded when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. Oh, but there's so much more. There's so much more to it. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head for a few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin, come on, say something. Oh, he's not happy. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passage behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. Then the chance came, and he took it. Eek. Why did you do that? Wait here, I'll get help. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Shady Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding aside. He wheeled his chair around to look and... boink. After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor, and the fact that they were all red. Oh, fuck. He's in trouble. Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin? He has not said shit. Mr. Payne? Ahem, yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, he is hereby cleared... Why can't I talk today? As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Gah! Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately. Oh, he's not fucking happy. He's so mad. He has some shit to say. Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoyed myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber would be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion? This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put all the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence? Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason, at present, to suspect me of wrongdoing? There is. Yeah, fingerprints are still on the bottle. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne? Yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court and this case demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a bottle upside down. And that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor? See how the courtfish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a reasonable explanation. Just like that. Why do I just replace words with other words? I don't know why I do that. That's not what they said. Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Oh, yeah. It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. Don't worry, justice won't leave till justice is done. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court? I know. It's this one. It's actually easier to show than you explain, Your Honor. To show you... Oh, so... Why... My reading comprehension has just, like, tanked completely. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me, on the floor? Yes. Now reach down and pick it up. Without getting out of your chair. You naturally go to pick the bottle up by its neck. With your fingers upside down. Not reading, you'd be great at Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I've been there. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed, but then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano, and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Oh, fuck. Order. What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Evidence. Evidence. Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. You claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. More baseless conjecture. And this time I can't assure him it's quite based. Fuck. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your Honor, when you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall that I requested an additional investigation? I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. What, are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I would be surprised if any were on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo, why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? But why? Just humor me. Mr. Wright, that bottle will solve this case once and for all. That's some bottle. Oh! There's something inside the bottle. What's this? That card. It can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga Orley. That's mean. Don't say that about her. Our little swindling... I can't read that. Sorry. I'm not going there. That night I planted the card like I was supposed to, and Mr. Wright lost the hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. This isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? And the one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen so I disposed of that card before the game. There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. Oh, fuck. The 5 of hearts. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Has he been fucking he's been fucking had. Not the lobster! Fuck. He's so mad. He's so seething. Tengu stones? That is all. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anybody? Oh my god. That's such a good ending. I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. His logic is straight unlike himself. Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin? He's admitted everything. We're processing his arrest now. I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he? None that we know of. Mr. Wright, have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveller. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him. I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Wright, yes, 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man with such much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright. Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. But there's still more though. There is still stuff to be sorted. Oh, I forgot this song. This song's lovely. I like this song. That is his last appearance, I think. Yeah, Winston does not come back. Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Slow start? Winston comes back in 6-1. That's a different one, I think. Yeah, that is Gaspin, isn't it? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Am I too late to assume it is quite based? I'm afraid the based is past us. But we are getting to some very cool shit. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer? Right. Today was full of questions without answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have had to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Bleh. His sister shout in pain. Wail in pain. I can't wait. In a lot of pain? You don't know, do you? This locket is the key. That reminds me. I met the girl whose picture is in your locket. Persona 3 reference. Your daughter, right? That's right. She's my daughter. In a lot of pain. You know, you were right about this locket. I took this off his neck the night he died, but it looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong to him. But that's perjury. You testified. You said that locket was yours. I said no such thing, actually. I merely said that it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless, and it's the truth. Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter inside it? Sometimes the straightest path to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Officers after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo. How about coming to work for me? You mean at the Wright & Co. Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine that to be true, but... Didn't you? You're not... Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. 7 years ago, baby! That legendary trial. And at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Forged evidence? Now this is interesting, this bit. Was so fine. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. Too perfect. This is interesting, this bit, to me. Show badge. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Phone? This phone is a phony! That card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. Leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. This, I know some people don't care for this bit, but I adore this. I really do adore it. I really do. I really do. I can't really get into why I love it so much. I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago. None of that matches much now, does it? I punched him. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. I love it. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you'd like. Oh, and about your uppercut. Try yelling, "Take that" next time. I find it packs a little more punch. Is Apollo a 3-framer or a 4-framer? Apollo's definitely a... surely he's a 3-frame character. Surely. But it's like a bad 3-framer. It's like Gil crouching light punch. He cannot link into a medium off that shit on counter hit. I'm sorry. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved. And at the time, I had no idea they were all related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I'll find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. It's so good. It's so good. Ah! I got an achievement for that. It's so fucking... It's so fucking good, right? It's so good. We're not gonna do Turnabout Corner. We're gonna leave it there for today. Oh my god, I'm buying all of this series immediately. Goodbye. You're so real for that. I think there are actual, like, achievements in here as well. This version has, like, in-game achievements too. Let's have a sneaky little look. Game Collection Museum. It's in Accolades, I think. Oh, wait, am I stupid? I am stupid. Sorry. Silly Billy. There we go. Where is it? Accolades. This is it. So there we go. Oh, I shouldn't show that. Sorry, I just wanted to click on the penguin. My bad. God, that's such a good case, though. Right? I think that's a top 5 case, honestly. I genuinely think this case has an argument. That has an argument for top 1, I think. It has an argument for top 1. Like, genuinely. It's that fucking good. I don't know if I could bring myself to say... You know what? I'll fucking say it. This is my number 2. That's my second favorite case in the franchise. I'll say it. Oh, but 2-4 is really... 2-4 is really good, though. Okay, top 3. Top 3. We'll say top 3. We'll say top 3 and leave it there. It's so fucking good. It's so strong. There's not... And I think the fact that it's like a one-trialer... We'll say tied. Let's say tied, yeah. The fact that it's a one-trialer means that there's nothing... There's never a dull moment. It's just... There's no... Like, I could point at things in some cases that I think are perfect. And be like... My number 1 is Investigations 2.5. The Grand Turnabout. Without a shadow of a doubt. 11 out of 10. The single best, like, piece of media that I've ever played. Easily. Without a shadow of a doubt. I think 3.5 is, like, number, like, 4 or 5. I do prefer 2.4. Like, very, very slightly. But it's still so fucking good, though. This series is so good. Everything about this series is so good. It really is. Shit, man. I guess we'll leave it there. Of course, there's no stream tomorrow. Because I will be on a damn plane. Going to Bristol. I'm getting that weird line on my camera because it's too dark in here. I guess that's a sign I should wrap things up. I'm very hungry. And I have not organized my bag in the slightest. So I guess I should do that. Thank you so much for dropping by. Again, I won't have the opportunity to stream for a little bit. I am very much taking a bit of a break. I won't lie, I have been a little bit under pressure lately, right? I think doing, like, Some of the recent videos I've put out have been some of my absolute favorites. The Gil video, the Magnetone video, I adore them. They're some of my favorite videos I've made, but I won't lie. Doing them back to back was tough. That was a little tough, right? And even then, like the Supercut and the Worms video, they were obviously a lot more chill. There's not as much editing in them. But man, having to, like, try and get the both of them done before I left for Bristol, that was tough, right? So I think I need a bit of a breather. I'm gonna go eat some spaghetti. Thanks for stopping by, and have a good one. Bye-bye.